this is a culture that everyone should be a part of, and it's starting to build.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Eastgate Chat podcast. We're here with a familiar face if you've seen any of our videos in the last couple of years. April, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Good to be in here.
You might recognize her from both the GTR film and the Haitian film. You've sort of been a starring face in our biggest promo videos in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough getting to travel to New Zealand and bomb the hills in the Remarkables. When Maddie and I got the call up, we were like, what a no-brainer to go to New Zealand, bomb these hills. The best thing is, on a normal skateboard, not a chance of me bombing these hills, but with the Evolves GTR new board, brakes are the best. And it makes it look like we're really ripping it up, but I'm heavily on the brakes because I was absolutely shitting my dacks going down those hills.
Maybe in New Zealand when you did the GTR one, but when we were in Kangaroo Island, you were going fast up and down the hill. Yeah,
I've got a little bit more confidence since then, but I think the New Zealand one, it's just because the view and the hills and the decline was just so mammoth, and you had so much time to think about going down the hills and just like, do not eat shit. Like, are there going to be cars coming around the corner? Beat Maddie, number one. And Maddie was on like the little street wheels and I was on the big.
Poor Maddie got the raw end of that deal.
And I was on the big ATV wheels. And I just had a feeling that I'm either going to stack it or Maddie was going to stack it and clear me out. But no one fell off. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I did fall off at one stage going over the bridge with the water. And they were like the only demo boards, and everyone was like, if they go in the water, we're toast because they're the only demo ones.
Taking it like way back to even before the GTR thing, how did you first get involved with Evolve?
Good question. Well, years ago, I worked for Monster Energy for like 10 years. And then I was on the ambassador team, so we'll just come by to cool people that live our lifestyle, live our brand, and it was Evolve. And it was actually when Jeff was just kind of starting up. So we went and delivered Monster drinks there, and they're like, hey, do you want to have a go? As if, of course I will. I'll hop and have a go, have a shred. And I just loved it. And ever since then, they're like, oh, do you want to come on board and become an ambassador? Because I think they didn't have very many girls that they knew that could skate. I'm not saying I can skate, but could hop on the board and kind of give it a bit of a go. So that's how I got introduced to Evolve.
Up until then, what was your, I guess, experience in all things riding extreme sports? So whether it's some sort of boards, bikes, whatever.
I've just always been that girl that gives everything a go. I had no necessarily experience in extreme sport. I think I just got my motorbike license. But yeah, I'm that girl that used to play footy at school. Every time the boys are out there having fun, I'm the one that says, oh, I want to have a go. Like, I'm in there straight away. So that's where that kind of background comes from, is just giving everything a go.
Had you done much board stuff at all? Snowboarding, surfing, skating?
Yes, skateboarding, but just in a straight line. And snowboarding, but I'd probably only been snowboarding like once. So that's the best thing for me to compare it to, is when anyone hops on a board, I'm like, if you've been snowboarding, you'll be sweet on these, because it's even easier to to skate the Evolve than go skating on a normal skateboard, because you don't need to push. All you need to do is press a button and you're already off and you're going. So,
you won the Women's Evolve Australian Open, right?
I got stitched up there. I got the number one jersey straight off the bat. Funny story about that actually. Like I said, I give everything a go, but I'm still a little bit of a puss when it comes to some things, and I would not get out of eco mode. I had the GT, and I just would not go out of eco mode.
We're talking, this would have been 2017, I think, maybe 18.
Yeah, extreme karting on the dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun. I just wish I had the balls to go up to either fast or GT, and I think I would done a lot better. But just mentally, I'm like, I just do not want to come off. I do not want to come off. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everyone. But no, it was so much fun.
Yeah. Well, lucky you've had a few years more experience now. You just got another 2 boards, right?
No excuse, yes. I cannot say it for the life of me, and I bet you a lot of people were in the same boat. Hadian. Is that it?
Hadian. I was thinking of recording, on Google where you hit the pronounce button and it tells you how to do it. We might have to post that on the story every day so people understand.
I think so.
Hadian. Some of the pronunciations they come up with, though, it doesn't even relate to the spelling of the word. It's like they're just guessing.
It's just one of those things. It's like Carl Barron. You just quickly go over, Hadian. Yep, and then just keep going.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about your brand.
Yep.
So you have a brand called Risky.
Yep.
Do you want to tell me what it is, what it's all about, and why did you start it?
Yeah, so I own this brand called risky.co, and it's literally about pretty much my life, where I've come from, just being a girl, and I know there's so many other girls out there that are in the same situation of getting out there and giving things a go, whether it be kicking the footy, hopping on a skateboard, going for a ride, on a dirt bike, just getting out there, giving things a go. Like I said, I worked for Monster for like 10 years, so I was very fortunate enough to be involved with a lot of professional athletes, and there's little of me just sitting there going, God, I want to have a go. I'm not going to be as good as them, but I want to give it a go. So that's where the brand got created, just making women feel like they could feel part of a community of like-minded girls, and getting out there and being proud to get out there and just giving it a go. Like I said, you don't have to be a professional. It's just getting out there, giving it a crack. And to be honest, the basis of the brand is a general giving life a go. The hashtag is live a little. But it's gone very much down the road of just moto focused. And like I said, it's just getting out there, giving it a go. All the people that I hang around with, my partner's a professional or ex-professional FMX rider, and his sister is also, they used to ride for Nitro Circus. And it started with me hopping on the back of the bike, hitting like a 65-foot ramp, had a few to drink as well, hopped on the back with Maddie, hit this jump, and that's where it kind of started. It was just giving it a go and not being scared and getting out there, living a little.
Yeah. And I guess with it shifting a lot in the moto scene, that's predominantly something that's more male dominated, right?
Yeah. So it's so rewarding to see, like, I go out to a track, I'm going around in circles, and when you see another girl pass you, or you see a helmet with a little bit of hair flying out, you're just like, yes, she's like me. Like, you just got an instant connection, and it's just growing and growing. Like I said, I feel like a lot of girls have felt kind of intimidated to go out there and give stuff a go, and that's what I wanted the brand to really promote, is just screw what they think. Get out there. You're part of a community that are all trying to do the same thing, or have been wanting to, and now they've got a bit more confidence to get out there and hopefully see another girl out there wearing Risky and being like, oh, we're in the exact same boat, let's ride together, like bringing people together.
Yeah, I love it because we're the same. We're a very male-dominated sport in electric skateboarding, and we start seeing these sort of key figures popping up in the community that are girls that are either teaching other people how to ride, or they're putting out their own content and inspiring others to be like, look, we might not be the best.
Yeah.
Some of them are like, shit, you not, kill the guys. And is it just inspiring? It's motivating others to do it, or just purely like being a bit of a leader and saying, hey, this is something you could do. Yeah. You can look at me, and if I can do it, you can too. And it's not about going out there and
beating them or winning.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the biggest thing as well. Like I said, I am in no way professional at anything I do. I'm just an average person, and I'm doing average in anything I attempt. Like, I'm not a professional skater.
She'll outskate a lot of you. I've seen it. She will. She will.
But yeah, that's the basis of it is like, yes, there's definitely are the professional women out there that probably get more media attention. And that's where I kind of wanted Risky to get in there, is just showing that there's average girls doing this and having a hell of a time, and you can be a part of that.
Yeah. And like when we say average, it's not to like downtrod anyone. It's sort of like, honestly, in the world of motocross, obviously there's a top level motocross riders, but most of you guys, you're average.
Weekend warriors.
You're weekend warriors, you're out there, and they're the ones that are pushing the sport forward because they're buying product, they're attending events, they're consuming everything.
Yeah.
So I think like building that grassroots stuff in the women's scene is key to any sport, really.
Yeah.
And you saw it. Did you watch this skating, the street and park skating in the Olympics?
Oh, yeah, X Games. Oh, the X Games?
No, the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, sorry. To me, it's just like X Games because you wouldn't normally see that in the Olympics. But yes, no, I was watching it. And like, the BMX and the skating.
Actually,
amazing.
We were watching the BMX women's live and you were putting up stories and I replied.
I was just like, it was insane, the things that they were doing and just the atmosphere and the camaraderie. Like you saw the girls get together, patting each other on the back. And I'm like, this is a culture that everyone should be a part of, and it's starting to build. Like I work for another company called SP Tools, and another side of their business is Torini, which is go-karts, and it's 4-stroke karting. And seeing girls get into karts as well, everything. It's just like at the moment social media really pushing women in sport, in action sport. Everyone's just coming together and feel like they can actually be a part of something now. Like they may have been shy, not had the confidence to get in there and give it a crack, but people are giving it a crack now, and it's wicked to see and be a part of. So
something that it sort of pissed me off a little bit is someone took the video we did for the Haitian with you, Coco, and Amy.
Yeah.
And they put up a post. This is in some random group. Random forum somewhere deep on the internet. And
don't do it.
And pretty much the point of it was they were having a go that we were using models and not girls that
actually
actually do stuff.
Do you know Amy's like a very professional skater?
This is why it pissed me off. April, you run a brand to empower women.
Yeah.
Right? Amy, like massive professional skater, like professional. She's an athlete through and through.
Yeah.
And she's got a big following. So she's inspiring more people. And then Coco, the other girl, she's an ex-professional sports star as well.
And snowboarder. Yeah.
So I guess that's something women are also against. Like the minute they start doing something
different, people pick up at it and say, this is why it's different, or why is she doing that? And that's...
Well, even being judged on
looks,
how they're looking, right? Because you're obviously all good-looking girls. To even be out there skating like the guys in the film, you were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But I guess you were judged not on that.
Yeah.
How do you find that sort of goes across all the different sports that you're doing?
I just think girls have a strong backbone, and that's what's getting us by all this type of stuff at the moment. Like chicks feel more confident to be like, whatever, like piss off. They just block it out and keep going, like because there are so many more influencers out there saying, like showing those posts, say for instance like models, they put up a post of them with the special pose where their body looks perfect, and they put up a photo of them just sitting there being normal. Like they're normalizing everything as a, like even like those comments.
Well, the weird thing about this comment is this dude agreed with you. Like his whole thing was you should empower women by using, but he just didn't know about your background.
Yeah, okay.
But he sort of agreed. He's like,
judging a book by its cover before you even know their background. Yeah.
He's like, I guess because you guys were in the short denims and you're like, you know, looking the part.
Yeah. But there is no, like, and that's another thing. You don't have to necessarily look apart. You just go out there and get out there and do it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just never get deep into forms. I have learnt that. Like, I bet you that you don't know. I've got 2 kids under 2. Like, I'm a mum. Like, that's another thing.
That's something else. You had 2 children in between the GTR and the Haitian shoot.
So getting out there and being kid-free is the best feeling in the world. So I think that's why you get a bit more power behind the throttle and just forget everything and go as fast as you can because you won't get this much free time for a little while, so you gun it.
Yeah. How do you find yourself using your Evolves now when you get out on them?
It's honestly, to me, it's very similar to like riding a motorbike. It's just freedom. All you're thinking about is you and that path not falling off and pressing the throttle, pressing the brake. You're just not thinking about anything else, any worries, any stress, anything that you've got going on in your life. It's just you and the board getting out there, just having fun. And the best thing is about the boards is it makes you want to go on adventures. Like me and Maddie got our first night free since we had our kids, and we went up to Brisbane. Jeff was actually telling us about all the underground roads through Brisbane River or Brisbane City. So that's why we actually went up to Brisbane, was based all around going around and going for a skate. So, and we love a pub crawl.
We don't recommend.
Yeah, we don't recommend it, but if you want to get around in style,
it's a great way to get around a city.
Yeah,
and Brisbane's great.
Oh, and then it's another thing. It's very similar to Risky the brand. Once you see someone else zip by, you go, "Oh, is that an Evolve?" And it is. Like it's just a cool kind of community. There's so many people, like-minded people out there, and it just makes you feel a part of something.
So that was like a situation where you went all the way up to Brisbane just to skate.
Just to skate, yeah.
What other, I guess, times are you going to be like, I'm going to grab the boards?
Oh, if we're like down near the beach at Burleigh, Maddie's got a studio just across the road in Burleigh. Just grabbing it, going along the Esplanade, going to the beach, going to the pub for a feed. It's just seeing how far you can go, and that's the best thing. You can keep going on the boards, like. Instead of, say, for instance, if you're walking, you wouldn't just go from Burleigh to Miami. You're on the skateboard, you might as well go from Burleigh all the way down to Surfers and back. It just takes you further and takes you on more adventures. So,
yeah. How do you find, I guess, the ease of getting out on that? Because, if you're going to do a track day on the moto, there is like a lot of preparation.
Well, I don't know. I'm not very good with my motorbike preparation. Maddie's actually buying me a new bike, so it doesn't cause him any more stress if the bike breaks down. But the skaties are awesome. All you got to do is put them on charge, put the what's it called, the remote on charge, and you're good to go. And that's the best thing. That's another thing as well. It's all about the adventure. If you forget to charge it, we still go out on the boards and then wait to see how far you can get. And it's the funniest thing ever because whoever was lazy enough not to put it on charge, you got to skate back the normal way.
Got to kick push.
Or you tow. That's the coolest thing. If you've got like a flannel on. What are they called? Is it flannel?
Flannel or flannel.
Yeah, one of those. You just tow them with your T-shirt. It's the coolest thing ever.
You guys have like an awesome circle of friends as well. Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, April's partner, Maddie, has a big photo studio.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of cool cats that are always hanging out there.
Yeah. And
you see all the time, he's got the boards at the studio.
Yeah.
So the amount of random mates that jump on it, go for little missions.
And that's the thing about them. Like it is, if you've got them in your house, I'm sure anyone that has Evolves, like you will bring it out if your mates are over. You will bring it out and say, here, have a go at that. And they go, oh, no, I'm not good with skateboards or whatever. No, just have a go. Here you go. And the smile on their face, and most of the time you can't get the bloody remote back off of them. Like they're just having so much fun. It's definitely been good times. We even got like the likes of like Toby Price on them. It's just ripping around at the moto track. When you're out at the track, you just rip around. Even when Maddie goes and takes photos, he literally brings the Evolves, taking photos or filming because it's just so smooth and at ease. So when following cars, as opposed to putting all your equipment in a car, you just hop on the electric skatey and
it's good for film because you can keep the shots very smooth.
Yeah, it's awesome. There was one time actually, Maddie towed Matt Baker from 4x4 Explore. And we're going from Burleigh, I think I don't even know. It was past Miami somewhere, going to a surf lifesaving club. And we found a random chair that was getting thrown out for whatever it is, the pickup bin days.
It was an office chair, right?
Yeah, it was an office chair. Anyway, Maddie thought it'd be a great idea to put Matt Baker on there, as he has good ideas all the time. And he sat on there, towing him along, and Maddie's just doing like 360s. And then, it got too much and he fell over and crashed bad.
I think there was a speed bump.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find the footage.
That's actually the best thing. Probably one of the first things I did when I got my GTR when they first came out was skate along Miami, where it's that one road heading towards Surface. And they've got the speed cameras up there, like when it goes like happy face or sad face. And I think it was only like 30 Ks that you're supposed to go.
Yep.
So I'd go over 30 Ks and you get the sad face. Like you deliberately go as fast as you can to see if you can get the sad face.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
All your boards at the moment, you got a couple GTs and a couple GTRs.
Yeah.
They're all set up in all-terrain, right?
I think so.
Big wheels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah. I thought there was like a special code or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, ATV. Yeah, we've tried street wheels. To me, I'm not skilled enough to be on the street wheels. But the ATV are there. They're just like, they just keep going. You can go off-road. For everything that we do, you don't need to worry about changing the wheels. And, they just keep going for ages until we bring them in here and they're pretty much shredded to bits. Yeah, it's time to bring them in.
It's also safer because you don't actually have to keep eyes on cracks and rocks coming up as much.
Yeah.
So someone like yourself that's using it more just for a chill, you go out and just want to ride and cruise, not think so much.
Yeah.
I guess ATs are definitely more suitable.
And that's honestly what I tell everyone that's coming new into getting involved is get the ATV, 100%. Like they're just the wheels if you want to go anywhere and everywhere. Don't need to worry about it. Ask for them. But I reckon we've sold like just from people hopping on, giving it a go, like close to, off the top of my head, 8 of just people just hopping on, having a go. How much are these? And then you think about people that work in the city. You don't need to drive into the city, worry about a park, worry about paying for parking.
Pay for parking, buses, trains.
And plus, you're probably like the coolest employee rocking up into work with an electric skateboard. Like it's...
And even like a bike, you can't exactly carry upstairs and put under your desk. There's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, it's awesome. But you definitely look the coolest.
What about, I seen Maddie sent me a bunch of photos or videos with your kids on the board. Like, how do you feel about that whole business?
Yeah, the kids love it. And again, anyone that has kids and has an Evolve board, I'm sure the first thing you've done is like stuck them on there. They just hold on and then you just press the remote and they love it. Or even just like holding underneath their armpits or their arms, skating around. And they just get the first kind of feel of skating and you're in control of them and the speed. So again, the brakes are amazing and you've got brakes there to save you. So it's perfect to get kids involved into skating early and you can have fun with them. So that's awesome.
Awesome. I think that's going to about do us on this one.
Wicked.
So if you're stuck around, thanks guys. Follow April, follow Risky as well. Check out what the brand's doing. It's super cool. Show it some love. We'll put all the links in the description.
You beauty.
But thanks for coming on and we'll see you for the next product release video.
Watch out.